Hello, scrappers! Tonight I'm going to be scrapping this. This is an Asante 10T Hub 8. I guess it's 8 because it's got 8 of these guys. So that can be out or 1. So RJ45s it looks like. Ethernet cables. RJ45s, RJ21s. This thing is 1,000,000 years old. It's been out in my garage over there getting dripped on forever. Asante Technologies. This is a 12 volt. I got enough crap. This thing's pretty old. That's neat. Never seen anything like that before. Well, let's get her apart. See what's in here. See what makes her tick. Must be like a ground screw. Oh, it even had a little ground symbol next to it. Is that the only screw? Alright, that means we get to take it apart the fun way. Let's get a pre-scrap weight before I start taking plastic apart. 2 3/4 pound, just about. We'll start with the AC adapter. These things usually just pop apart. Give them a couple whacks with a hammer. And I lost. Did not lose. These are brass. Those are brass. You can usually pull them out without breaking them. There we go, I got the whole thing. So now we got plastic. More plastic. That was neat, they weren't soldered on, they were just crimped on. That's kind of a fire hazard. Because you know, when you run electricity through metal, it expands and contracts. Heating and cooling, it can loosen up over time. To scrap a transformer, you always got one side with like a little block and the other side never has a block. I like to hacksaw into this side. I like hacksaws because they're not noisy. And we're only cutting copper, so you don't need to use a sawzall. They're noisy and they vibrate everything and you got the cord in the way. That's why I always use a hacksaw. I do have a sawzall, have a couple of them, but I prefer that method. Now here, I put this in backwards. I should have put it in this side over here. We tap down in and then straight through. Straight through, and then you can pry it all up. Usually you pry it all up. Grab it with my grabbers. These really don't cut anymore, so I can't call them cutters. Got some number 2 copper. A little piece of tin. And some. These are brass too. You can usually just pull them out. And some number 2 insulated. Never taken one of these apart. I wonder if the screws are hiding. Aha! Look at that. Got some David Blaine screws. They're Houdini screws. Smaller bit. Some more tin. And then big flat pack chips. Look at that big old crystal oscillator. Be getting these out. Look at these brass standoffs. Are those brass? Those are brass. I should probably have something in here that's this exact size, because these are common, but these are always thread out nicely. Brass standoffs. Some more tin. This whole piece right here, I bet that's all brass. Oh, that's brass too. Let's give a little brass test here. If it sparks, it's stainless. Definitely brass. And that's stainless. So that's going to go in the tin bucket. Crystal oscillator. That's a big boy. You just grab, give him a little twist. These do add up. Got a whole little bin full of them in here. And we got some gold plating. And these RJ45s. How do I want to go about getting these out? There's a bunch of different methods for getting these out. You can always take a box cutter or a flathead and damage a couple sides of these. You can do it with a chisel. Sometimes it helps to get the nonsense parts out of the way. That should do. It also helps if you have something to hold it. And there are microscopic connecting wires, gold connecting wires inside of these chips. And I got an assorted pile of them over there I got to go through. But they are worth saving. Oh my goodness. There we go. They are worth saving. Is that a tantalum? It's so hard to tell. It's like I never know. Never know. Always learning. got brass or stainless? Brass, no sparks. These guys. Break up. Maybe this will be better. I should have a different pair of pliers in here just for these. Once you break them up, you want to straighten the pins out. Looks like just the tips of these are gold plated. So I'm only going to be clipping the tips off anyways. These last two don't want to be scrapped. That plastic to crack. Well, you don't get scrapped then. Oh, here we go. Now, for the gold pins. They do add up. I'm going to clip them right into the bin because I don't want them going. If I clip them like this, they're going to go flying up. We clip them right down into the bin. We don't lose any of it. But you can see just the top 3/4 of an inch are plated. And I will be reverse electroplating these when I have enough. Once this little bin's full. And that's about it. These monolithic ceramic capacitors are kind of too small to mess with. And there's nothing really good on the other side. I don't see any transistors either. Usually these things got transistors on them. Let's get this piece of brass off, if I can. Definitely brass. It's heavy. See, no sparks. And we are done. Got a little bit of copper. I'm going to get that off. No stone unturned, right? You came this far. Ouch! I just got poked it. You're definitely going in the bucket now, boy. I got poked it. And we're done. I want to spill my gold again. That wasn't funny. I wonder if there's copper inside of this thing. It looks like one of those other things. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that. Kind of thought it looked like one of those, whatever they're called. So that's a little score. So now let's see how we did. Got 2.5 pounds. That gave us about 1 3/4 pound, 1.82 of 10 for the 10 bucket. About 1/4 pound of green board, green on both sides for the green bucket. Tenth pound of number 2 insulated. And here we go. 1.5 ounces of brass. For the brass bucket. Let's see how much copper we got. 2 ounces. 2 ounces of number 2 copper. So not too bad. A few minutes worth of work, make a few extra bucks. Just remember guys, scrap is everywhere. All you gotta do is find it, sort it, and hoard it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.